No time. Ladies and gentlemen, let me make sure I'm in here. Oh, no. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in the neighbor. Listen. Good evening, boys and girls, GMGers, GMGettes. Listen. It's your boy, Big Phil Speaks, back for another one. Yes, another one. And this is what? Feel the Love Friday, where the adults come to talk and play. You feel me? Make sure them children are asleep or out of earshot, because this conversation definitely ain't for them. You feel me? And if you got to go put them down, you know what I'm saying, the night, then you leave and you come on back in. But those that are here, y'all know what to do. Hit that thumbs up for your boy Book Up. And while you at it, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Book Up. And while you at it, hit that notification bell like what? So you be in the know whenever the Good Morning Gang morning show drop, whenever Feel the Love Friday drop, or anything that I put on this good Big Phil Speaks channel. Listen, y'all come on over to the good YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know what it is, huh? I won't waste your time. I won't waste your time when it comes to you. Hey, who we got in the building? Listen, we got the home team, the moderation king, Southeast Slimmy is, Night Rider is in the building, Young Dreads is in the building, Papa True Guns, what's up, nephew? Jay Pierce is in here, Keenan Kong, you can't go wrong, 85. You don't want a singing Battlefield. I get busy low key. Hey, Keenan, whenever you ready, you feel me? Simply Nay around the way. Good morning, good evening to ye. Rashad Houston, the home team. GMG, what's up with it? Listen, oh, Simply Nay say she on demon time. Damn it, Jim. 215 Trench Baby. What's goody like the mob? My Philly compadre is always in the building. In the building, heavy. Young Dreads, salute. What's goody like the mob? It's go time. Uh-oh. Assembly Nate, what are you talking about? She ain't in here. Oh, she is here. Hey, Cassie, good evening. Happy Friday to ye. Y'all know what it is. Y'all see what it is. It's good morning. Not good morning. Feel the Love Fridays. Come on over to the good YouTube. Y'all know where we at. Listen, y'all see that title. I won't waste no time. I won't waste my time when it comes to you. If you're worth it, are you worth it? That's what we're going to start at. Are you worth it? Listen, as for me, if I feel you, PHEEL, if I feel you, there's to no ends that I go to make sure, one, you're happy, two, you're satisfied, three, that I'm in your presence, and four, that we make history, baby. That part right there, huh? Listen. We're going to have it out tonight. Listen, make sure them children are asleep. Hold on. I got the thing pinned at the top. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, it's pinned up there. Y'all know what it is. It's Feel the Love Fridays, huh? Y'all coming over to the good YouTube. Y'all sitting here in the cut, like with the gat cock back. Come on over to the YouTube, because I won't waste no time. Won't waste my time when it comes to you. Listen, passion fruit, I see you. You in the building, huh? Listen, Simply Nate, how you gonna tell everybody else to cam up? Cam your ass up. You feel me? And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, y'all know what it is. It is hashtag Freedom Things Friday. So ladies, liberate yourselves, huh? Just not on here. Just not on here. You feel me? Listen, we're gonna have ourselves a ball tonight. It's early, the sun is still out glistening. Pause, no diddy, but we're gonna have ourselves a ball. Don't forget to hit that like button on the way in. They sitting in the cut like some antiseptic. I know that's right, Keenan. Listen, they trying to take a page out of my book, because you know I always say I'm in the groove like a slow jam. You hear me? and ain't no stopping. Rashad, what you laughing about? Huh? Y'all make sure it's already 30 something people in the building off the early. Y'all better get them likes up to match the entrance, to match the people in the building. Come on now. Now it's 14 likes. Come on now. Do your boy a favor. Hit that thumbs up. Boop, because y'all know I want to menage with the algorithm, huh? I want to menage with the algorithm. Don't be like that. Show your boy just a little bit of love, just a little bit of love. Who got jokes? I ain't got no jokes. Listen, liberate yourself. What's that song by In Vogue? Free your mind and your ass will follow. Listen, free them things. And I guarantee you them fellas will follow. Listen, Keenan comes up with some computer love. Ooh, computer love. What you know about that, Keenan Kong? I think that's before your time, huh? You better not pass me by, because if you do, you lose a good thing. Let me stop. I'm making noise. Listen, don't pay me no mind. It's Friday. I'm hyped. I'm feeling it. Yeah, I'm talking about. I'm ready to go. Pause. No diddy. Rashad used to say, let's go. This is a jam session. Listen, I ain't doing nothing much. Simply, I ain't doing nothing much. Pheel, are you drunk? Drunk off some agua? What the hell is this on my screen? Drunk off some agua. That's about it. That's about it. You feel me? Why does it seem like it's slow or something? I make a couple noise, 215 Trench, baby. I make a couple noise. Yo, me, yo, mine, yo, mine, yo, me. She's in the place to be, huh? Y'all over here on the good IG, y'all better get over here with a real conversation about to get hot and heavy. Y'all better get here. Y'all sitting in the cut looking like y'all. You know what I'm talking about? Get over here. Feel loose tonight. Pause. No dead. Loose how though? Yo, nothing never. I'm just goody like the mob. I'm in good spirits. You know what I'm saying? I'm in good spirits. Sam Osao said he hella happy. What? I'm just happy because I feel blessed. Y'all ain't blessed. It's Friday night. You know how that song is? Friday night. You just got paid. Parties jumping, feeling fine. That's just me. That's just me. Latricia Hoggett. Oh, that's Sweetums. Hey, Sweetums. I see you in the building. I see you in the building. What you mean it's the weekend? You know what he be on. I be on chilling. Jackie and C, she or they or them are in the building. Salute. Jeannie Miles. Hey, it's Feel the Love Friday. Huh? This is a question I want to pose to y'all in the building. Those of y'all that are in the building, does follow me. Refresh this real quick. If the person is worth it, would you go all in? Would you go all in for them? Would you be like this song Friday by the artist Friday? I won't waste no time. Listen, that's what I want to know. Are you jumping with both feet in, or you jumping in head first into a situation, a relationship, or more, and give them your all, or will you make them wait? Will you make them do too much to try to prove their love to you? That's what I want to know. Hey, Cassie.
Oh, that was fast.
What the hell is you up there snacking on?
A fruit roll up.
She wants the fruit roll up, y'all. The fruit roll up.
What's the topic?
You jump in too much. When you be scared to cam up. So what you jumping into? Right now, the first topic is light. It's light. The title is "I Won't Waste No Time." That's the song by Friday. I won't waste no time. I won't waste my time when it comes to you. You ain't never heard that? Hey, you've been living under a rock. You better get on YouTube and listen. I can't play it on here because they'll flag my joint. But basically, after that, I said, if you're worth it, are you worth it? That's my statement saying, if you're worth it, then I'll go all in. I won't waste no time out, I'll put my all into you. That's what it's saying. But then some people are fearful. Some people have been through some things. Some people are leery. You know what I'm saying? And they make a brother or they make a sister work extra hard just for minimal trust, just for minimal love, just for minimal attention, just for minimal anything. And I'm just saying, if a brother's worth it, Cassie, are you going all in or are you going all out? Where are you? Suki. Oh, this is a troll pay. That can't be the real Suki. Real
if
hope.
he's
Hey,
worth it,
Ray,
if he's
what's
worth
going
it, I
on?
won't waste
They
no
say
time.
yes, I will. I'm going all out. All right, all right. I've been out of the loop for a while. What did I miss? Who the hell is this? J Man 130, that good HR team. Cassie practicing the fruit roll-up trick. Oh, they on you. They on you. I know some people who jump fast, they move in together after a month. That's extreme and crazy. Yeah, slow down a little bit. Slow down, Slim. But you're gonna answer that. Look, I know that fruit roll-up got your tongue, but you know what I'm saying? Will you answer the question?
I answered the question and you was talking.
I'm sorry, could you
I said,
re-answer?
I said if I said I wouldn't waste no time, but I'm not. We ain't moving in together.
Well, I get that part, but I mean, far as everything, the goodies, talking about your full attention. I mean, your full affection, your full exclusivity. I mean, well, how are
That's got
you
to
gonna
be
take?
earned though.
Okay, okay,
That's
respect,
got to be
respect.
earned though. That ain't. I mean, I'm single, but I
Alonzo.
ain't lonely.
It ain't got about be all about
I
lonely.
mean, you know, because a lot of
You
times
could
people
just
would jump into stuff really quickly because they feel like I don't have you know, I don't have a lot of time or it's been this long or whatever the case may be. But if he cool people, if we link or if we connect, vibe out, you know, whatever.
she said, whatever.
I don't
So
know what the fruit roll up trick is, but I'm just eating me a fruit roll up. Okay.
you've been around the world, and I got Cassie. You gonna stop acting like you naive to a lot of
I
things.
am naive to a lot of things because I don't have a lot of
You've been
experience. But
you've
every
been
time you
around the
bring stuff up,
hood.
I go and Google it.
You've been around the hood, and I'm pretty sure baby daddy or whomever was like,
You forget. I had kids when I was 18.
so
There was no time for all that when you working and taking care of kids.
man, please.
I'm being serious. You be bringing up stuff and I really don't know. I do be googling it. I'm not even playing. There ain't no
Well,
what you guys say cap, no cap. I don't even have a cap on for real. I don't know what the
what they
fruit roll up
talking
is.
about with the fruit roll up is you take the fruit roll up and you put it around the and you get the yay and you
Oh.
clean the plate. You pause, no diddy.
Okay, yeah, no, I've never heard of that.
Look, you see, she looked mesmerized. She said, "Oh wow."
I'd try it.
Oh shit! You hear that, y'all? She said, "I won't waste my time. I put the fruit roll up around you." Damn man, that's a good question. 215 Trends, baby. How should a guy earn it? Bong. That's a great question. What's your perspective on that? She's stuck, y'all. She's stuck. This is unlike Cassie. Usually she has something right away. Now she perplexed. She betwixt and betweenst.
How could he earn it? Be consistent. Be show up, show out. You know, walk that walk. Don't just talk the talk. You
Mm,
know, how you gonna ask me for my number and then not use it?
that's a fact. Ah.
So be consistent. Be about that action, boss. Be about that action. Um,
Action Jackson. That's what she looking for. Action Jackson. Some of y'all don't know who that is. Google that. Action Jackson. Yeah, I'm not giving my all to anyone because God always says that the only people that'll hurt you is on earth unknowingly and knowingly. It's not worth it. But Jackie and C, if whatever you're, if hopefully I'm saying that second one, hopefully it is C. When do you decide to give your all or your all? Because the way you're talking, like you'll never get married, you'll never commit to somebody. If you're saying you'll never give it all, you're not giving my all to anyone. You're supposed to give your all to your spouse. You know what I'm saying? Just as well as they're supposed to give their all to you. So how, Sway? How? Damn, Yomi, you was what and did what? Well, damn it. She's Sam on Star was at Phil. She's imagining the trick now. That's why she's stuck. Okay. Hey, B Love is in the building. Respectful, honesty, consistency. Okay, she said that's how you earned it. That's how you earned it. Simply Nate said, be consistent, honesty, and play down the what? Play down the thing. Okay. I
Mm.
Oh, lay down. She said, oh, I'm sorry. She put the asterisk on the next part. Not play down, but lay down. Put the smack down with the thing-a-lang. I guess is what she's saying. Uh-oh, Miss Abla. He has to be fully committed. But Nay, are you able to fully commit yourself though? That's the thing. Because sometimes y'all commit. I want a commitment. I want a commitment. Pause, no diddy to the reaction, to the reacting. But are y'all willing to commit just as much as y'all want a fella to commit to y'all? Because, like I said, I'm not gonna
Absolutely.
waste my time if you're worth it, but are you worth it?
I'm definitely worth it. And if you are committed, I'm committed. Like we both in this commitment thing together. I shouldn't be out here in these streets or attempting to be out here if I wasn't ready. So some people
Hold,
be out here and they're not ready. But
hold on. Be love, you lighter than me. I don't know who you calling white people. Thank you very much for your support. So ain't nobody tried pop. They don't know about too much, Keenan. So you don't know about pop rocks, neither. Pop rocks are when you know what pop rocks are.
Pop rocks, I ate those when I was younger. Yes.
You put them in your mouth while you're giving fellatio, and it's like a
Oh.
you know. Look
I
at
only I
she
only
said, oh.
recently learned, but I only learned this, but I haven't been able to try it. But I learned someone was saying the Listerine little mint things that you put
Oh,
on
it
your
gives
tongue.
yes, mint. Anything mint will give
Yeah.
that cooling, and
Yeah.
if you just blow around that area, it's like oh. So she said, "I'm 100%. I don't play." Okay. Look, 215. Trish baby said, "Good response. Good response." Hey, Watchman, yes, sir. If you don't know, you better ask somebody, baby.
Let's just say this.
You
I
said
got a lot of
she meant
tools.
YouTube. She meant YouTube, not white people. Sorry.
Oh,
Because she put YT people, so I'm thinking she talking about
yeah. White people. No, but let's just say this. I've been getting a lot of tools off of Feel the Love Friday. So when that time comes,
oh boy,
oh
look.
yeah, we ready. We got a whole arsenal.
Listen, seems like she's ready. Look at her with the fruit hang out of my. Maybe she's ready. T Page, welcome to the building. The grapefruit trick, they don't know nothing about that Sam Unstoppable. They don't know about grapefruit or orange or no, they don't know nothing about that. These newfangled women's and things swear they be doing something, but they don't know Nathan. They don't know Nathan. You do know about do you know about the grapefruit thing?
I seen that on the movie with Tiffany Haddish, the four
What hold on. What could they had
girls
did?
trip. It
What
was a
could they have
grapefruit.
uh-huh. And
She put a hole in it and put it on top.
okay. I
Yeah,
didn't
that
realize
was on
they
girls
showed
trip.
that. I didn't realize
They
they
didn't
showed.
show it, but
Oh, they
they
gave you the
told you
inference.
about.
They
Yeah.
gave you the inference.
She
Okay.
said I don't have to get this grapefruit because he's so big or he's so long, and I don't, So she got the grapefruit, and I guess he was allergic to citrus.
Oh, and jacked them up. Hey, be love, definitely spicy early. I told y'all, put them kids to bed and come on over into the good YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. It's Feel the Love Fridays, huh? It's where the adults come to talk and play. We feel don't funky. What? Don't funky. What are you talking about? Anywho, we on. Doesn't acid burn your head? I don't know because I ain't never did the grapefruit thing. I don't want no grapefruit on my thing. But hey, to each his own. Phil don't, you know, we that if you don't fumble your ass down somewhere, it's some of the kids ain't going to bed at 8. Well, BB, make sure they out of earshot. Just like when I was younger, you know, to a certain age, they used to let us sit around until they realized I was smart and I knew what they was talking about. Then they try to spell things until I just sat there smiling. And one day they was like, "What you smiling about?" I'm like, "I know what you said." And they was like, "No, you don't." And I told them like they cuss words like bitch and you know shit like. They was like, "Oh, you got to leave. Yeah, the time has come. It's time for you to leave the room and go on somewhere else." That was very young. But listen. Hey, Nay, talk about it simply, Nay. She said, ladies, just SUCK it. Why not? Don't y'all want us to just do what we need to do? Come on now, stop playing, Quita. Stop playing.
You the one adding talking about pop rocks and fruit
That's because
roll-ups and
they brung it up in the comments. I'm just
when it's just simply
translating.
just keep it simply not all natural.
I can dig it, but you do it. Look, just as well as you bringing up the little Listerine strips.
I was just adding to your talk about the pop rocks and the freaking
and I got it from the comments. So, listen,
oh.
I don't want no problems. I ain't had nothing to do with nothing. Daz, what's up, Daz? Phil got her. Miss A Block. I could never. You hear me? I could never. Somebody got fruit flies around the PP head. Listen, I'm one of the cleanest brothers you'll ever know. You hear me? Huh? Not I. That's what happened on girls' trip. The citrus burned his PP. Oh Lord. Who promoting what, B-Love? Who promoting what? Dan the Creator, what's goody like the mob? Listen, everybody in the room, is more people coming in. Do your boy a favor, hit that thumbs up one time for the one time. Boop. And while you at it, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Boop. And while you at it, hit that notification bell. Bing, pluck it like somebody got on your nose. So you be one of the first to know when we go live here on the good YouTube. That part. Listen, y'all over here, ear hustling, come on over and be a part of this grown and sexy conversation. Oh, look, Simply Nate. Oh, but she said, hey, Dan the man, what's up? Oh, shiggity. This is a question from Simply Nate. She said, Cassie, do you spit or swallow? Have you ever been swallowed?
I don't like to swallow. It don't taste good.
You've been with the wrong Negro. That's the problem. He was probably, his body wasn't, his pH level wasn't right. He was more.
I guess I need to get with the right one then, because the
you
last
need,
time, no
you need
bueno.
to be, yeah, because you know, the body isn't meant to be in an acidic state. It's meant to be in an alkaline state. And the more alkaline food you eat and the better you eat, more fruits and vegetables you add to your situation, the sweeter the situation would be. Just like you ladies, if y'all not eating right, that punani twani could smell a certain way, and or the liquid libations might not be as scrumptious or tasty as they should be either. It's a two-way street. It's a two-way street. Hey, BB, Wavy Crockett, what's goody like the mob? I see you.
But ask them in the comments, have they tasted themselves?
What? Now you talking to women. She talking to women because she damn sure can't be talking to the fellas.
I'm talking to the women. I'm talking to the women.
Oh, okay, ladies, y'all heard that question. She said, have y'all tasted yourself? Yeah, his diet wasn't good. He was that's what I try to tell her. You know what I'm talking about? But Cassie wants to know, have y'all ladies tasted yourselves? Now, this is pause, no Diddy. You know what I'm saying? D Blade from that good H-Town. Dan the Creator said, what? Jackie and C, not mine. You better get with a clean individual. There shouldn't be nothing stinky going on down there. Yo Me, oh Lord, Yo Me said, of course. Listen. Well, God damn it. Keenan said, unpopular opinion, vagina should smell like vagina and not like nothing law. There's a natural good smell though. There's a natural, it's not like a must. It's not like it's overpowering, but it's a natural clean smell on a woman. Keenan, I don't know who you been dealing with. Now they might have
Probably someone that ain't drink enough water,
either that
ate
or
enough fruits and vegetables.
they overdosed or something. Squash it. Got rid of their natural essence and juices, huh? Passion fruit said yes, tastes like alkaline water. What? Passion fruit? Who lied to you, passion fruit? Talk about her stuff tastes like alkaline water. Huh? Got juice 727. He's like, whoa, or she's like, whoa. Look, y'all done got her nervous. She done took the camera off. We got sound effects. Like, hey, Wavy Croc, I've been had them. I just be forgetting to use them. So y'all don't let a guy pull out after stirring the pot. Listen, y'all better share this live because I got a feeling this live gonna go up, Shaway. You hear me? I bet Phil tastes like watermelon and watermelon and pineapple and all things good, BB, and all things good, even with a hint of vanilla. You hear? Damn it. B Love says some women don't know how to clean their vaginas. You got to get in there. Yeah. You got to get in there. Get in there. Yeah. Get in there. Yeah. Get in there. Oh, no. What would you say? No hard to lie to me doing that. What? I heard Phil tastes like sour apples. Never in a million years. You hear me? Never. There's not a woman alive. There's not a woman alive could ever tell you no bullshit. Even on a sweaty day, could never tell you no bullshit like that. Crack baby trick baby is in the room. Listen, yeah, baby, with a hint of vanilla. It's like having a macchiato with a hint of vanilla. You know what I'm talking about? That part. Cassie just looked lost. She's like, what the figure is this I'm gonna talk about? Someone in the show. We've only just begun. What you talking?
You talk about like a caramel macchiato?
Oh yeah, it could be. It don't have to be caramel though. But listen, if that so suits your palate, then have at it. You feel me? Hey Sam, I stop waiting on ain't nobody told you that bullshittery. You hear me? Yeah, latte, got cream on it and all that, but at the same time, with the hint of vanilla. Listen. And it's good for you. It's good for you. It'll be good to you. I'm just playing. I don't want no problems. Hey, Rashad Houston, it's going up. It's going up like a 5-alarm blaze. You hear me? Pause. No diddy. They told no lies about the taste. Passion fruit, they probably was high drunk. Talking about it tastes like alkaline water. What? So I blame Rashad. Oh, look. She said, where the love at? Where the love at? Look, all this talk about these little activities got her excited up. She don't know what
she's trying to get to the fruit roll-up wrapper. That's what she's trying to do.
She trying to be slick. Okay. Hey, Simply Nate, damn man. Listen. But yeah, this is the question for those that are just coming in. If you deem somebody worth it, would you go all in for them? And I mean like your emotions, your commitment, your time, your love, your passion, your sex, the extras, or whatever the case may be. I ain't necessarily saying moving somebody in. I'm not saying that, but would you go all in and commit yourself or overcommit yourself, huh? Me, if I rock with you, if I F with you, I'd listen. I'll go all in. Why not? Listen. Stop capping everything dead. Salute. She said she's like, this is my seat now. Talking about the dog. or are some of y'all just so toxically hurt, so laden by PTSD from relationships that you ain't trying to let a brother or sister in? Is that, or could that be one of your things? I'm always make a man feel like a man as long as he act right. I know that's right, Miss A Block. Go ahead, slurp mama. I know that's right. Huh? Not overcommit, but have a real interest in interaction. I could dig that. I can dig that. You was about to say something because I see you. You guys got excited. What was you gonna say?
I got another poem for you.
You ready to do a poem now,
Mm.
or can it wait
Well,
till
I
a
don't have
few?
to do it now. I'm just
All right,
saying,
I
and
got you.
it don't have to be today. I'm just saying it could be
Okay.
on another Friday. I'm just letting you
You
know.
can do it, but give us a few more minutes, and I'll let you in with the poem so you can get your, your Love Jones on. You feel me? B Love said, "Give it time, give it time." No, that's right, but how much time though? How much time you giving him, and how much time should he give you before y'all commit, or before you say, "Man, she's the one," or "He's the one," or "Listen."
I don't think you can really put a time on that. It just depends on what the energy is.
I'm
I
with
mean,
you on that.
because you could say, oh well, I'm gonna wait 5 months. I'm gonna, and but it could happen in a month. It could happen in 2 months. It just depends on the energy between you and that other person, how well y'all vibing, how well y'all connecting. That
That's true.
I don't think you can put a time on stuff like that.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Because I listen. No, I ain't gonna tell no personal stories. But anywho, I just know that some people will say, "No, I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that, or I'm gonna wait to this, or my mind is made up," and not by persuasion or not by manipulation, but because of the attention, the affection, and the love received, that they've changed their minds on their own accord, as if they never dissented or never said, "I would never do." You get what I'm saying? If
I
that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Does that sound like there's an echo?
No, you good.
That makes perfect sense, and I think a lot of people do that. Oh, I'm not gonna. Oh, I won't. And I. But then when the situation presents itself, because of feelings, because of how people make you feel, because your mind has changed, you will shift the way you think because you're evolving and you're growing. So you might be stuck at one level, oh, I'll never, and then you make it to level 3 and it's like, wait a minute. So it just depends on the situation and the person, to be honest.
I can dig that. God, you said define commit, meaning giving your all, being exclusive to, giving your heart to somebody without reservation and or without stipulations, beyond the normal that is. Because sometimes y'all ladies, fellas too, but I'm talking to you ladies. Sometimes y'all be giving unreasonable expectations. Y'all want us to go on an Indiana Jones mission through the Temple of Doom to prove our worthiness and our love to you, only for you to sit back, snickle and giggle as we get caught up in the traps and snares and the bullshiggery, and then still keep the wall up at the end. What the hell is up with that? Look at Cassie looking like, what the hell is she talking about? You get what I'm saying? What's up? What's up, Moon Sniper? Right, define, commit, and
I think that's because whoever's dealing with that woman is dealing with a woman who hasn't healed yet or is not in the
oh,
process of healing. So because you're still wounded, you have all these I mean, like I have walls around me too, but I'm more healed than I ever been. You know what I'm saying? So, oh Lord, don't start. So I
burn.
think a lot of times, oh no.
Dan said, "I live in Atlanta. Good luck finding anyone genuine." Well, God damn it, Dan. It's like that. Well, I suggest you to move around. God damn it. They move. Look at men do too. Listen, but we ain't talking about them. We talking about these. It's like, nah, I'm an equal opportunity. We got bullshit too. We got our shit with us too. We got our shit with us too. But I can't speak for every man. I can only speak for Phil in these instances. I know what some men like. As a man, but I always say I'm different, and I move different when it comes to relationships and who I like and how, what I do, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But some of you ladies, Lord, Dan the Creator said these the trashiest dating streets in the USA. What? That's crazy. Single women with big dogs is
Who
a red flag. Hey, Keita, that's crazy.
I'm waving that red flag right here.
Over to YouTube. No, oh no, no.
But anywho, who said it about the dating streets is trashy? What I don't
Talking
understand.
about in Atlanta,
Oh, in
uh,
Atlanta. Oh,
streets and no, he said in the U. Oh yeah, he said in Atlanta these are the trashiest dating streets in the USA.
Oh, in Atlanta. Oh, it's kind of crazy up here in Seattle too.
Dad said, I've been in a long relationship. It takes patience. Yeah, I know that's right. I know that's right. It's coming to the stage. Watch your neck. Pause. No Diddy. The snipers in the building. Moon.
What's up, y'all? How's
What's
everyone
going on?
doing?
Everything's
What's
everything.
up, Moon?
Is it really jacked up down there in ATL like Dan said, or he either ain't the right one or he ain't going to the right places? What's going on?
I will say in any major city,
Hey,
you're
Ma.
always going to see a higher concentration of fast people in
Mm-hmm.
general because whenever you're around more options, opportunity, or the ability to maneuver, you're always going to be like, oh, whoa, what's that? What's this? And you're going to be less prevalent to being I guess, faithful or committed
Uh-huh.
to the journey that you picked originally with someone. So a lot of times, and also the opportunity to cheat and to wander is it's I mean, it's right there. It's very different than if you're in a slower pace place. But we live in such a transital city. We have the busiest airport in the world,
You
not
ain't
the
never
United
lying.
States, but in the world. So you always have a lot of shiny, new, bright things out here
Mm.
that, you could pick up on, or so and so is, oh, I'm not even from here. I'm from here. I'm from there. It's
Yeah.
a very interesting place to meet different diamonds and gems that don't even belong in the stores that you're shopping in.
Dan the creator said, me and Moon not experiencing the same things. What the F?
We definitely are. Shout out to Mr. Big. I love you.
Hey, Betty. Hey, Betty. It's been a minute. Welcome to the room. Yeah.
But I do want to say this.
Sure.
Whenever you're entering into a relationship, be very vocal about what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And and in the same time, don't always try to, answer the question of well, what's your dream guy, your dream woman? Because that person will shapeshift into that in a second.
Into what they feel like you
Always,
want listen for and
yeah,
hear to.
and actions speak
Mm.
louder than words. So always speak on what you're looking for through action base, and not through a display. So it's like, oh, I'm looking for someone who doesn't lie. I'm looking for someone who doesn't this, who doesn't that. Not the ideal perfect person that they're
Mhm.
able to shapeshift in. Because if you're not looking for a liar, well,
Ooh,
baby, if you're lying, then we'll never be. So I think it's important that people also respect their boundaries, and also be okay with a very beautiful manipulator, or a beautiful liar, or a beautiful cheater to walk out the door. Be okay with that, because just
yeah,
because the package look
yeah.
good, a lot of people out here are dating Mercedes with no engine.
Either that or you go engine in that.
Yeah, because it looks great on the outside, but it's on the side of
Man.
the road. It's not even moving. It's a lemon. It's a lemon. You know what I'm saying? So
That's a fact.
again, keeping healthy boundaries, and also stop telling people how someone did you so wrong back then, and what you allowed, and how they traumatized you, because that person will say, oh, that's how far I can go with you, because that's what you've done
Mm,
before. Stop telling people how you've been through hell and back with somebody. You ain't
mm.
got to always tell them your war stories with how you became such a great person. Now I like what the lady, what is your name?
That's fruit roll up. It's like, no, that's Cassie. Cassie, I'm
Cassie, I like how Cassie said, I can identify that I'm more healed now than I ever have been.
mm,
That not only is that a
that's
great thing
honesty.
to identify, but that's such a great thing to know for yourself, to know, you know what, I'm not doing this, and I'm never going back. I'm never doing that again. I'm never allowing myself to be in a scenario where somebody is able to play me, and I'm such a forgiving and open and loving person, I'm willing to let it go. Normalize walking out the door the first time.
Mm.
And I don't mean over little stuff that can be talked about. I mean over blatant disrespect that
The real red flag. Yeah.
that first red flag. You don't need to go ride a roller coaster to know there will be five more behind there. You don't need sex. Go
Man,
ahead and leave.
listen.
And you got to pay attention in the beginning, because I know there was this gentleman who was we was messaging, right, but I could tell that he always want to argue. Like, why you always want to argue when I ain't trying to argue? But you always saw, I said, oh, that's a red flag. You always trying to cause a little argument. So I was
Hmm.
pulled back. I don't need to talk to you no more. You a little suspect. So you got to pay attention to the signs even before you cross over.
Okay, okay. Moon, while I got you here, right? I asked Cassie this. I asked the people in the audience, and yes, you know, dibble and dabble where you dibble and dabble. But if
Mhm.
somebody you feel like somebody's worth it, are you giving them your all in all, or right away, or are you making them peel back, pause, layers, and a little by little to earn your full love, trust, companionship, exclusivity, et cetera, et cetera?
Um, I'm definitely never giving my all because in my opinion, myself, I've seen what that can do, and
Mm,
I treat people like a unsecured loan. That's how that's how I operate in relationships. Treat people like an unsecured loan. As long as you're making the payments, and by payments I mean showing up on time. Treat people like a credit score. I will give you the I'm telling you, I'll give you the best rate, the lowest APR, the easiest access to my love, to my heart, to my whatever, as long as you are maintaining what you're supposed to do. Because a lot of times when you can give stuff away. Back in the day, you could get a house and default on that motherfucker,
yeah,
and leave, and your partner. Now, these days they come after you. You don't do that no more.
yeah.
So, in these times now, I believe that you do have to climb that mountain to reach that view. You don't
Mm,
immediately get to see the horizon right then and there. It does take some work
some
in
work
order
and
to
effort.
see that
That's
gorgeous view.
yeah.
And if you're so easy to give things away, someone would be so easy to abuse that as well. A lot of times things take time, and in a scenario, just because it look good don't mean it is good. Just because it feel good don't mean
Man,
it is good either.
man,
So allow time to be that the best teacher in a scenario like that. Because again, just because you got approved don't mean you're gonna maintain that thing.
or can afford to maintain it in any aspect, not just
Exactly.
financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually,
Yeah,
physically.
because I'll
Yeah,
repossess my heart real quick from you. You will get,
God,
yeah,
never. Get that back.
yeah. You'll have to file chapter 13, 7, 6, all of them. Cause again, you never want to be emotionally bankrupt because you allowed someone to,
Mm,
take everything or at least have access to everything, and you really don't know how they operate. You giving away, these great things to a 300 credit score. Now you didn't check the
not
facts though.
300, not 300.
Yeah. But run that credit report, run that love report,
Bing.
and and see what they can
What that love facts say. You hear me? Like
mhm.
Carfax. Has
Yeah.
has it been in any emotional accidents? Are there any toxic leakages that have happened?
I'm telling you, yeah. And listen, and I'm telling you, listen to the way that they talk about other people that they value when they're not around. How they talk about their mom, their
Ooh,
dad, their best friend, their brother, their whomever. Because if those are the people, and it don't really matter about the exes now. If they do, now don't you talk about your exes, but if they do, go ahead and perk your ears up and make sure you remember what they said, because sometimes people will lay out who they really are and they're waiting for you to ignore it.
mm,
Hmm.
damn it.
That they do.
Listen, I ain't got nothing to say on that one. But but you spot on. You are definitely spot the hell on. Because that's why I phrased it the way it did, right? Because I was listening to Friday uh, when it comes to you, and
Uh-huh.
in a fantasy fairy tale world, we want everything to be so right. We want everything to be so. And girl, I will give it all to you, or I will give it all to you, fella, or whatever the case may be. And not realizing in this world, in this life that we live in, that shit gets twisted, and some people even more twisted, and that a lot of people, excuse me, either hurt or unhealed, whether from their own devices or from somebody else that did them wrong, whatever the case may be. But
Mhm.
if you feel like you're healed and you find someone that checks off most of your boxes, come on, 80-20 rule, because ain't nobody perfect. We all got our bullshittery with us, and you can accept the 20% that you see or that would you be willing, this is a question to anybody and everybody, would you be willing to commit and give your all to that person and go all in for that person? Damn, Cassie, what had happened?
But still, and I like that. That's from Why Did I Get Married? A lot of
Mm,
times people will
got you,
compromise
baby.
that 80 because that 20 looks so good. That 20, let me tell y'all something. 20 is Christmas, birthdays. 20 is Cabo. 20% is the best things that come with no foundation. Those are the highs. A 20% person is nothing but a high person. They're always up. It's always this. It's always that. A 20% person is not when you have a flat tire, when you lose your job, when
Mm,
you have a miscarriage, when you have a bad day, when you have a bad year.
mm,
A 20% will never be there for you when you're growing, when you're trying to make ends meet, when you're trying to get your degree, when you're trying to juggle family and life. A 20% will never be there for you. A 20% is there when the 80% is getting too much for you and you're trying to escape. So always remember that 80% is
mm.
there for you to catch them tears and to make that payment
You
and to,
hear
and
me?
give you them hugs and to give you that love and to raise and grow and to break down with you. That's the 80%.
That
That
part.
20% is never worth it because that
Damn, Moon's
20% will
preaching.
never, I'm telling you, that 20% will never be there for you when you don't even feel like you.
That's all facts because
That's a
and
fact.
a lot of times we miss that person, one that we're meant to be with or could be meant to be with that we could really mesh with because we're chasing what these internet streets says is the ideal mate, spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, lover, whatever the case may be. He's not chiseled enough. She's not built or stacked enough. She weighs too much. He don't weigh enough, or he weighs too much and she don't weigh enough. She's too short or he's too short or damn, she's a tree. And whatever the case may be, they look past the heart. They look past the intelligence factor. They look past the spiritual grounding that could make or break the relationship, like you said, when times get tough and you need that shoulder to cry on. You need that extra help to get through something emotionally, financially, physically, whatever the case may be. And I implore each one of y'all to like think about that when it comes to your relationships, even your situationships. BB, how to do?
Hi.
How to do, BB?
What's up,
Hello.
baby?
You wasn't wasting your time when it came to your baby daddy the other night, though, huh, BB?
Oh Lord.
So oh Lord, is that
Is
TM?
he is he the type to, y'all know the types when y'all fight and call the cops, they say you want to press charges and do the restraining order and you say nah.
Now this is the thing. Sometimes you just need to get the Mario coins knocked out of you, and you just don't want
Damn
to catch
it!
another body.
Damn it! BB,
Yucky.
BB, you gonna be pregnant in a couple months. You gonna be on here with a swole belly. I see it
Nah,
now.
I got an IUD. I'm good.
They
I'm
faulted
telling you,
now.
you're gonna be like, are you kidding me? Get it? Kid in me.
Damn it. Listen, let me ask you this, BB, because you seem like you got a rough exterior, but maybe a little soft hearted, a little bit, or whatever the case may be. Because you was willing to, hold a brother down, another brother, when he was doing his little bid or whatever. If you feel like somebody's worth it, are you willing to give them your all quickly, or do you make them work for it or earn it? Huh?
Yeah, they gotta earn it. They gotta. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel bad because you're not supposed to like. You shouldn't bring the past to somebody new because it's not their fault.
Mhm.
That you may have a rough exterior or a thick wall, but I feel like
It's
you
wrong
a
though.
lot of people play like there's a I don't even know how to describe it. Like in these dating streets, a lot of guys will just like say anything. They'll be like, "Yeah, I want to be with you. I want to this and that," and ultimately, they just want to have sex with you.
Well, that's where honesty, communication come in. If
You,
all
but
you
you, but
go
there's men that will literally lie.
ahead. Women do it too.
They'll lie for 2 months if it takes 2 months just to hit.
Not too much. I mean, and you're right. And but see, that's the thing. That's where sometimes you got to go to your gut. You got to go to your discernment because sometimes the signals and signs be right there. You just don't pay attention to it. No matter how smooth they're acting, no matter how nice they're acting, whatever the case may be, you got to pay attention to your discernment for both men and women. Sometimes,
That's true.
you know, you know how they say a person gives you their best representative, or whatever the case may be. That's why it's good to get outside and get around people. It don't matter if the person's local to you or somewhere else and y'all, go visit or whatever. Get around a person and start to look at the little things.
You can definitely pick up on cues though. Like at first, like if you meet someone
Mhm.
and they just start talking about sex, like right away, that
True.
kind of shows you right there what their intentions are.
That's true.
Because
And,
if they're not trying to get to know you and they're like, "Hey, let's hang out. You want to come over? Let's blah blah blah."
and some people think that questions can some people think that when you ask questions that there's a deeper motive beyond the fact that you're really just trying to get to know them better.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
red flag. I'm not if a simple question poses a complex response, that means that either you don't want me to understand that you're a manipulator and you're severely traumatized to the point where you're going to reflect that onto me, or you're waiting for an opportunity to possess something from me, whether that be my bag, or whatever else that may be. Because a lot of times, and another red flag to me, or I guess an ick, is how you treat other people when we're outside. If you talk to the waiter
Mhm.
crazy, I will. I don't want to. I don't
Yeah,
want to deal with that because who. Eventually, if we're together, we represent one another. If you talk to people crazy that are doing stuff for you, I can't be with you.
because then eventually it'll come home and be put
that's a
on you.
fact.
I could dig that. Simply,
Hmm.
May, I guess you and Yomi was talking about dating somebody shorter, right? You said it's weird. I'm not looking down to you, but if you sitting there riding somebody, you looking down to them, ain't you? Ain't you looking down on them while you on top? I'm just saying. That was a sidebar. We can get
No,
back to
I don't want to.
the
When me and my man are standing beside each other, I don't want to kiss him on the top of the head.
You said what? Damn it,
I
Jim.
said when me and my man are standing beside each other, I don't want to have to kiss him on the top of the head.
I can dig that. I know, Nate. I was
I'm
just
five
playing. I was
three
just
though, so it'd be if a guy was shorter than me, that's crazy.
listen. Would you give a shorter guy a chance, BB, if he
If
checked off
he's shorter
every
than
other box?
5'3", that's crazy. He's like a midget.
But what if he checked every other box though? Every look, Cassie like hell no.
He
Nah,
might be short, but that money might be long.
that's true.
Get you a
We
Webster.
can
Get
be
you
the same height, but you can't be shorter than me. And I don't even really wear heels, but you can't be shorter than me.
Right?
Be the
Yeah,
same height.
shorter is crazy.
get
I
yourself a
dated a
Gary.
guy. My high school boyfriend was like, I'm 5'3". He was like 5'6",
Get you a Gary Coleman or something. You be all right.
but he was still taller than me though.
Who the hell talk about ride? I'm just saying. She says looking down on so, but if you on top, you looking down at your boot thing while I'm just saying. 5'8" and above, please.
I mean, when you lay down, you the same height anyway. But still, when we
Not quite.
walking,
Not quite.
Right?
well, you don't really pay attention to height when you laying down.
That's they say that, but if you date like if you a tall fella and you dating an extremely short girl, there are some differences when it comes to where the interaction and where you can hold or where you can. It is a little bit, but I digress. Every woman claim they only date tall guys and end up with dudes exactly their height. Do y'all believe that? I don't believe that. I think some people are a little bit more flexible than they lead on, though, depending. But you never know.
Yeah, I would date someone who's like 5'6", or 5'5",
What about
5'6".
5'4"? It's taller than you.
5'4" is pushing it.
Nah, I wear heels, so you got to be 6 feet at least to get. I don't know. All like fellas, you got to be 6 or better to get up under Sibly Nay's sweater. Listen,
Nay looks like she's tall though. I think Nay's taller though, so I could understand 6 foot.
mm, ain't nothing wrong with that. Listen, with all this being said about not wasting time and if you're worth it or whatever, let me flip the script a little something, right? No pun intended. How we all grown, right? How apt are you all to the one night stands, to the quick flings, or whatever the case may be? How apt, and
No.
this goes to the panel up here as well as people in the audience. How apt are you all to, not saying you're going into it looking for that, or like, I'm gonna have me a fling tonight. But if the vibe is extra, if the moment is different, and something about that person just sparks the situation, it might be some libations or some tree or something involved. Who knows? How apt are you all to take that extra oomph, leap out the window for that momentary satisfaction? Cassie, like, she really pondered, like,
I would never have a one night stand. Never have, never will.
5'2". Okay. She said, I never have, never will. Pastor would say, yeah, if I'm captivated, I don't give a, all right, look, damn man.
I have to have a connection with
I
someone.
somewhat agree with that.
Because it all depends. Like, some people don't want to admit it.
Yeah, it depends on where you are and
Mhm.
what you're doing or who you're with or anything like that. But I would say when I was younger, I would probably be more like, whatever.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, shout out Mr. Big, but I'm just saying now, if I was in a predicament like that or whatever, I don't think it would. But then again, I'm still a man at the end of the day, so I'm not really chastised the way that a woman would be, for doing something like that and moving
That's a
forward.
good point.
So
That's a
I've
good
never
point.
in my mind thought about like, oh, if they think I'm a hoe, or this and that and stuff. I've never cared, but in my I guess once of a scenario, typically if I like someone, I want to see you more than one time, so I would rather things be more optimum for it to be 2 night stands, because there's a bed in between, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Please tell
You
it
know
to
what
me.
I'm saying, but when it comes down to it, I do want people to remember that that doesn't define your person or who you are. If you really vibe with someone, and
True.
then now a one night stand,
True.
do you mean someone you just met or someone who you've been talking to for a while and then you just do
Either
it and
or.
y'all never talk again?
Either or. I think some people are too prideful to be honest. I see
That's
some
like two
people have been
different things
honest.
though.
It is and it ain't, because you could be virtually talking to somebody on here but don't really
Because
know
if
them and
if you're
meet up
talking to
and
someone for like 2 months and then you have sex with them and then they're like, oh, I don't want to have a relationship. That's different than if you were to go in the street and meet someone and be like, hey, you want to come over?
is it?
Yeah.
Because you don't know the person. They could tell you
You
whatever.
do. You've been talking to them for
They could
however.
tell you whatever.
I mean, yeah. But that's their fault, not yours.
Especially if you're not outside with them, going out and dating.
Well, I think it's like, well, if that was the only person you was talking to at the time, yeah, you might be mad, but you can roll over and maneuver and be like, shoot, okay, that's fine, mark out, and
Yeah,
then
like,
on to the
yeah,
next.
Mhm.
right.
And, and let's be honest, because we all grown, right? And sometimes we've been in situations or put ourselves in situations where we have normally said no, I wouldn't do that, or no, and then it just might have been that person or that moment the time was right, the moment was right, the
And
vibe
I
was
get it.
there, the
I think
energy was
that's
there,
happened to
and you
us all
decided
when we
to
were younger.
let all your guard and your veil down for the moment. Men and women, not just women, not just men, but
Well,
both.
I won't even lie. I mean, I've seen shoot. I've seen shit in the store when I'm like, shoot, I want that right now. And I did it.
And I did it.
I
Hmm.
I think for me, like Moon said, in the younger days, it wouldn't have been
Yeah,
a problem. But now, I don't think it would be a problem. I'm not going to say I would never do it if the vibe is right and the chemistry is there. We grown, and if all our cards is on the table and we know what it is and it is what it is, then I you don't know what's going to happen when it's going to happen.
true.
And
And
if
see,
you
that's
went to the
honesty. That's
and if
honesty. Yeah,
and if you went to the hotel room, 9 times out of 10, we ain't going just to Netflix and chill. We going because we finna get busy. So you already know whatever position you putting yourself in. So I'm not gonna say I would totally deny it. It just depends on the vibe and the person and if the chemistry is there.
that's true.
Is that something that I'm looking for? Absolutely not. But I'm not
Mm.
gonna say abs.
Yeah, yeah. Sam Unstoppable. I've done that in the past, as a younger me. So yeah, I get it.
But I'll also
Get it.
say this: I had a longtime boyfriend from something like that. We were
Mm,
around mutual friends. I had never, really had like a genuine, real. I had seen him maybe a time or two or whatever and stuff. And then
mm,
when we did start talking, boom, just like that. And then it's like, oh shit, I like you like a lot. Like I like you to talk to you and just be in your space and this and
mm.
that. And now we're living together. And this was a younger Moon, but I still. That don't always happen though either. But I will say in that particular instance, sometimes sparks do turn into flames.
That
Yeah,
happened to me and my
that's
son's
the thing.
dad. When
That's
we
the
met, we met
yeah.
in the first night we had sex, and then we were together for 9 years.
So yeah, that's
That's not a
exactly what I'm
one-night
talking
stand
about.
though, because
But it could have very well ended up being that
I
though.
mean, it could have been, but we ended up dating for 9 years.
Right, because you never know where life will take you on the back side of whatever it is you do. But you went into it, you ain't go into it knowing that he was gonna be your baby daddy or a
No, I
long
had
time relationship.
a relationship with my high school boyfriend, and I moved. And when I moved, I met him like just like a few weeks after.
And you was ready, huh? You was like,
I was
see,
like, "Ooh, he's cute."
baby, you was outside.
I met him at the bodega.
Oh shit. Oh shit. We get you a quart of water and some
He gave me free food.
oh Lord, free food led to Lord have mercy. Rob Bourne, what's going on? That right, that's technically it's a one night stand. It's just the one night stand that extended itself. It lended to being something else. Veda Weight Beats, Polo Dolo, what's good? I'm just saying, that's it right there is a dice roll. In life, whether you have that one night stand or give it up on the first night or not, or whether you have him wait 2 weeks, 2 months, or a year, or till y'all get married, you're not promised tomorrow with anybody. Anyway, right? You try to put your if it's somebody you really into and you really feel it and you really want to grow with them, you try to put your all into it, or you should put your all into it, but you never know if that's God's will or the will for your life to be with that person, or if they will respond in like kind and reciprocate 100%. So you kind of roll a dice, and throw it out there, hoping that
Now
you.
I wouldn't do that though, because back then I was 21.
I
Now I'm
get it.
31. So
You
now I wouldn't do that because now I'm dating to marry. So I'm being way more selective with who I talk to.
you trying to get married, BB?
I'm dating to marry.
I'm talking about. She said, "I dated a married. I ain't mad at you. Have your husband. You hear me? So you
I'm
could
looking
be
for my hubby.
so you could be the rightful little spoon that you need to be. That's that part, right?
Nah, the big spoon.
Oh Lord, Lord, Lord. God Juice said I need me a lobby girl this summer. Lord have mercy. I'm just saying, listen, I think to much to in agreement with Moon, I think one, we put too much emphasis on the wrong things and not enough emphasis on the right things, places, characteristics within people. And that's why a lot of us are single or, you know, that
Well,
the
you
relationship.
meet domestic partners in domestic places.
Mm-hmm.
You meet great people. Like a great place to meet someone is at a Whole Foods because at least you know he got a house, a kitchen, and he's cooking and feeding himself or doing
That could be a
something.
lot. He could be getting some gym rat food. You know what I'm saying? Why he gonna work out? He in his apartment or his studio.
That's fine. That's fine.
I get
But
what
what
you're
I'm
saying,
saying is
Phil.
you
I
you
get
meet domestic people and play and also meet people where you like to go too. If you love a place where you go,
mm-hmm.
explore conversations with people because a lot of times people don't want to. I'll strike up a conversation with anyone just to learn about like, oh my god, I buy that too, or I love that, or this is my favorite class, or I go at the 3 p.m. one because so and so, they're a great, instructor, or this and that.
Right.
A lot of times you will meet someone just by showing who the hell you are in a place that you always go to. And I think a lot of times people forget that. People are like, oh, let me go to this club and look the best. If you're going to a club to meet your partner, I'm not going, they're probably going to look amazing
You
and
really
talk
gambling.
great.
You really gambling.
Yeah, and do all of that. But at the same time, that person's going there for a mission and you're just collateral damage.
You gotta go to the library.
Tink, you need help. She talking about what she say? I want an old man that just want to stare at me. Tinky,
I
if
know
you
Go
that's
to the
right
take your
there.
library.
ass to bed, what you mean? I know that's right. Take your ass to bed, Tinky. Don't be condoning. Don't be contributing to the
I can
delinquency
help
of
you,
the Tinky.
team. It's very easy.
I know an old man
You
that'll
don't
just
know if he's
stare at you.
staring at you because he love you or he having a stroke. But either way, he
Yeah,
there with you.
damn it, that's crazy. Look, Tinky, you gonna have to
But at
let
least his
me
eyes are for you.
That is funny to me. But
That
that's real though,
is
Moon. That's real. You got to go
crazy.
where you enjoy doing things. That's why I go to networking events because
Oh my
everyone's there
God.
to network and
Mm-hmm.
meet people. So yeah, I agree.
Just his nipples
Tink,
is
if you want
crazy.
an old man that will creep you out, I know one. His name rhymes with Kush.
Pause, no diddy. Look.
But you know what? That's true though,
Lord,
because a drunk met a crackhead and still to this day is the only woman I think ever loved.
Lord have mercy, Lord.
There's someone for
That part.
everyone. I'm telling you,
Listen,
you
not coming over
cross-eyed,
to
he
YouTube
buck
and
tooth
getting off
shoe.
of
Y'all the
IG.
perfect match. He looking that way, you biting an apple through a picket fence.
We will not mention Apple is no longer on this platform. Can you say pear
Absolutely, because we're on the bigger and better things.
You
Oranges,
feel me?
Miranda. You feel me? Passion fruit, dragon fruit.
Pineapples. Look.
I'm d- okay.
Anywho, we look, we ain't gonna tread down that road. Listen. I'm just saying, right? Because I'm glad we brung this up because a lot of people are so deep in their pride. Oh nah, I would never. The whole time they doing it, whole time they are that person. Instead of saying, you know what, I did that. Maybe if it was a time or two, or in my younger years, or whatever the case may be. Go ahead, Cassie.
That's like someone saying I will never cheat, but you messing with a married person.
Mm,
Just because you single don't mean
Damn,
you're not cheating. You messing with a married person, so you still
mm,
cheating because they're committed.
mm.
that's a
That's
fact.
Betty. Welcome to the conversation. How
Hey,
Hi,
to do?
Betty.
How to do?
What's
I
up, Betty?
missed I missed what you guys were saying now because it took me so long to like figure out my password and everything.
Oh Lord, we were taught the opening topic was when it comes to love, relationship, sex, and the whole nine. If you feel like the person is worth it, are you jumping all the way in right off the back? You're making them wait. You're making them earn it. You're making them earn your time, your love, your affection, your sex, you name it. Or are you going all in right off the break just because you feel like they are the one? That's where we started, but then we started talking about fruit roll-ups. We started talking about pop rocks and Listerine mint things and meet men and women at the Whole Foods and all kinds of places and spaces. But go ahead.
Uh wow, that's a lot. I wouldn't right off rip dive in to anything crazy serious for sure. I would take it easy. I used to when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
I would be more adventurous and I would, I was all into I believe in like Prince Charming will one day come and you know that's not the case now.
You said life. You said life showed you another
Yeah,
side of the game. I get it. I could dig that. But and that was the thing too, because we also talked about one night stands and things
yeah.
of that nature.
Which
And
which I've had one night stands, but that was different because I was younger, and I think I
Mhm.
could because I wouldn't get so I could literally be like, all right, high five, that was fun, and
High five, that was fun. Lord have
saying
mercy.
with that type of energy, as opposed to now,
Damn it.
I'm taking a lot more into consideration, and my intent is completely different.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I did hear somebody mention like you also have to be careful because people sometimes they're hiding their actual intention, and
They
some of
are.
the intentions
Mhm.
these days is for your pocket. So
That's why you
But
got
these days, I think we should lead
to
with that up front. A man is looking for your purse, and you're looking for, and I don't mean, a purse open up. I don't mean the one you put your lipstick in.
the
A
punani
lot of men out here are
punani.
looking for your purse because see, this is the problem. Men are dating for body, and women are dating for ATMs. And if we were just more upfront with that, we would be a whole lot better because no one's saying we're gonna get married, but it would be so much easier to navigate because we're giving wife type. First of all, cooking for a man that's not your husband is crazy. That's
What?
absolutely
Hold on, hold
crazy.
on. Hold on. You saying a brother can't get a plate at all? A little casual
What I'm
plate?
saying is making your house into a home, and I have no wedding ring. I'm barely anything to you. You talk to me a certain type of way or whatever and stuff. It's
I
like
get that. I
a
get
lot of times I think we give things too quickly and then people become accustomed to it. And it's like, like this is wife type stuff. This is I'm your girl. I'm your. Let's not use me for example. Let's Jack and Jill.
that.
Jack and Jill. Jill is just the girlfriend right now. So why is she doing wife type things when the whole time you could be off doing God knows what? You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times we give so much, and then that person's like, "Yeah, I got my there was Lisa, Brittany, about three Kims. A lot of times people will use you for what you're great at. You're a good lay in bed. This girl over here is a good person to talk to. This one over here pays for everything. This one over here. People forget that you could just be a piece to the bigger pie.
So hold up though.
And be that girl that's all of that.
I can't get a grilled cheese sandwich. Nothing.
I mean, I think it depends. I think because I somewhat agree with that.
You ain't got to go
But
all in. I get it. You ain't got to give me the 4 or 5 course meal and the yeah, baby, kick your feet up type of meal. Like you ain't got to go nowhere. You ain't got to do all that. But damn, can a brother get a cold cut or something?
well, the thing is though, Phil, if you're going out like on a date, no, you can't get no cold cut or something. You
We
got to
might
be
we
like,
might end up back at your spot or my spot or whatever the case may
well,
be.
no, you would no because you shouldn't be going to the spot because that's where you open up
Your
you're
purse.
pretty much showing the guy like if your interest if it's that first date second date if
Uh-huh.
your interest is really just to get in my pants and you already at the spot
Oh,
yeah
okay. Well, I'm not necessarily saying the first or second date. That's not what I'm saying per se.
so
But
you're dating
right. So during the dating process, a brother can't get a sandwich at all.
a sandwich but not a three-course meal.
I get
There
so
it go, right
I
there.
get
That's
that. I
that's what I
I
meant,
understand.
think you
Betty.
I
can
That's
get it.
that's
understand
what
that.
I meant. You can have
Right,
you
no,
can have
I
a
get
a
you,
snack or
I
two.
get you.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
think you can get it once in a while, but not continuously.
I,
Yeah,
I, I
I
agree
think
with that.
that's where the lines get blurred. Because I had a situation happen recently to a girlfriend of mine where she got into a relationship, whatever you want to call it, and constantly doing things that a wife does. I mean, cooking and cleaning and paying
Still
bills,
getting
doing
cheated
this, doing
on,
that,
and
and it blew up in her face after 3 years.
Oh
So
damn.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, because a guy will get comfortable. At least I can only speak in regards to guys, but I'm thinking even a woman can get comfortable if really you're not requiring that they do anything, you're just giving and giving and giving and you're giving all these things. And I was married, for those of you that don't know, because I know I've been on here before, so I don't remember who was here and heard. I was married for a little over 10 years, And even in the marriage, it's something where the husband, and I can only speak on my perspective. So my husband took advantage of a lot of that and thought he was entitled to all of that without having to actually put in his part.
Mm,
And definitely, if it's something where it's just a boyfriend, of course, why would they marry you? And that's something where I took advantage of the fact, thinking I was taking advantage of the fact, oh, he's my husband already. It's something where, like, he's feeling entitled to get all these things. I'm feeling entitled that if I give you these things, you're going to do these other things in return. And
mm.
what it taught me was that is not the case. It depends on who you're dealing with. But I
I
Right.
think
never
I
would have
think it
done a
should.
lot of those things, though, Phil, while we were dating. I was careful not to do a lot of those things while we were dating.
Because I look at it like it should be a case by case basis.
It
I
Yes.
mean,
is.
because one, you're dating, unless you're casually dating, you're supposed to be dating to find the one. And if you're exclusive to that person, you're trying to at some point show that person that you're worthy enough to take that next step of proposal and then marriage, et cetera, et cetera. But if you
I'm not going to William and Sonoma for no boyfriend. I'm just not.
I get it. I get
I'm not doing that. I'm not getting. Mm-mm.
it.
We're
But
not picking
But
out
hold on, but hold
flatware
on,
together.
Mo.
I'm
But
not
hold
doing
on,
that.
Mo. Because people on the other side of the spectrum, y'all expect for us fellas to come out of pocket and do sometimes
You
husband.
know why? Because men say, "Oh, well, you know what? I want the
Let me
old
see my money.
school type women. I want well, you know what? Back then, women didn't have rights, and they were in the house. And you know what? And the man gave all the money to the woman to diversify
I ain't just
within the
talking about the
home and take
money.
care
I
of.
ain't just
So
talking about the money. I ain't just
I'm
let that.
just saying, if you want an old school wife, you got to be an old school husband.
That's true. I get you on that. I'm not anti what you say, but I'm saying under the premise, yeah, I'm not cooking, I'm not giving them this, that, and the third, but let that tire go flat. Let him do come over.
But wait a second. A
Hold on,
tire going
hold up,
flat.
hold up, hold up. I'm gonna
I
let
can
you in
fix
there.
my own
Hold
tire.
on, hold on, hold on.
I
That's
have
you.
AAA.
Look. I use that as an example. I use that as an
But
example.
that's
Come on,
petty.
now.
That's
Be fair.
petty, Phil. A tire
No,
going
no,
flat and you're not going to help out a chick because you're feeling some
no,
kind.
no. What I'm saying is because
He
if
ain't
you
got the strength because he ain't get no sandwich.
no,
Bad example, Phil.
if you done gave me the damn sandwich, I could have turned that tire iron to get that wheel off. But no, what I'm saying is, and that was just an example. Yes, the tire itself is petty, but what I'm saying is, it is like saying, okay, I'm not going to do the extras until we. As a woman saying, I'm not going to do the extras until I say I do, but then a man is expected to exude uh manly husbandly things before the I do. And I think that it should be a fair two-way reciprocation. Like you don't have to give too much or do too much, but at the same time still show, okay, I do have characteristics, I do have of a wife, I do have, certain things that you should and would desire being my husband. Just like as a man, I want to show you that I have everything that you desire and need as a husband. So yeah, the actual talking about the tire, yes, it's petty within itself. But if you think about it,
It
you gonna
represents a bigger meaning.
yeah, because if you're gonna withhold a meal, why I got to turn the tire on? Why I got
So
to
see, and this is where we go. Who came first, the chicken or the egg? Because now it's like, okay, so who's showing what first, or who's doing this what first? That's so complex. It really
that's
starts with
true.
how you treat the person
That part.
communicatively,
That part.
how you
Mhm.
communicate. Because at first, the way that you communicate with your partner or the person you're dating or whatever, that will depict all the actions that come after that. If you're talking to me crazy, I'm going to talk to you crazy, or I'm not going to do this, or I'm not going to do that.
Facts.
A lot of times people are more willing to do things when they feel respected, when
Mm-hmm.
you
Facts.
feel safe, when you feel valued, and when people communicate and they can understand where you're coming from.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can get that meal. Yes, of course, babe. I already got it. I already did this. I did that. It comes down to a respect thing because I've seen. relationships where both of them have the ability to do everything. Like, let's see, like, look at celebrities, for example. Money's not the issue,
Right.
communication is.
Mm.
You
Mm.
fighting all the time, you're this, you're that, you're doing that. It goes down
Mm.
to basic communicative abilities. Do you know how to value that person verbally? Do you know how to
Yeah,
treat them a particular type way? Do you know how to listen to them? Anything else beyond that means nothing if those things are not taken care of.
So
that's the fact.
I did hear you guys mention earlier, while I was still listening. You did mention as far as the looks, and as far as the stature, and I'm 5'2". Phil, you met me, so you know I'm short. And
Yeah.
height for me is actually a thing, but yet it's not such a thing that I'm gonna meet this phenomenal person with this great personality, and I'm not at least going to try as long as we have a connection.
He could be
So
5 foot and have all the other
he's 5 feet though. Damn.
But it does come down to animalistic, feelings. Appearance is
But
really
wait, is
important
he?
because,
Can you guys see this? Is he 5 feet or 5 feet?
oh, you
balls.
stupid.
Balls, no diddy.
Because then that all changes.
Well, I don't know nothing about that. Pause, no daddy. I don't know.
No, but I even though we do like to say, oh, sex ain't everything in a relationship.
Right.
I've seen sex
Sex
keep a
compatibility.
lot of toxic relationships together. That was the only thing holding it by a thread.
Mm.
So if you can get that right and communicate and the other stuff, woo!
Yeah.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And let me be clear. I am more of an old fashioned dude, like the chivalrous. Let me hold the door. Let me open the door. This, that, and the third. The courting. The
But
romantic
that's how it
thing.
should be feel. But we
That's
don't
how
live in
it
a
should be.
world like that no more,
That's true.
unfortunately.
Right.
That's true. That's true. But and
So
so I don't want nobody to feel away about the tire thing. However,
And
I'm
if
just saying.
anyone
wait.
says
Let
looks
me
don't matter
explain
to
that.
them,
Hold on, hold
they're
on,
Let me
lying.
explain
hold
that.
on, hold on, hold on.
I want to explain that though.
Mhm.
I say that because you don't mean it that way, Phil, but a lot of, and I call them little boys these days, they're actually using that like it's textbook. So
Mm.
I don't want to have to do something for you nice because it makes me feel a particular way, whether I change your tire or do you a favor by throwing out the garbage if I come pick you up or
Mhm.
something like that. They make it seem like it's such a huge deal that you're doing this when it's kind of like what we're saying now. Not before, guys would just do that for you because their moms raised them right and raised them that this is what you do to help. I've
Fact.
even done it for people when I go to their house, but they want to make it seem like it's this. Well, I don't want to do anything for you because if I do, then it makes me look like I'm some simp.
There it
Yeah,
go, right there,
yeah,
Betty. There it
yeah,
go.
And
yeah.
and I stay there because there's a big misconception as to what a simp is, as opposed to a
Oh,
man being a man. Let's be clear. It's a difference between tricking and being a man. There's a big ass line, and it ain't like this. It's like there's a big ass divide.
I don't know, but
Yeah,
I'm
you see
listening.
what Betty said about the sandwich? Why are you giving a girl money if she's not your wife?
true. That's big for real. I
Well,
never
hold
gotten
on now.
money.
The
Let me
same way you giving
explain.
them cakes
Hold
up, and
on.
he ain't your husband.
Me
Hold on now.
neither.
Let me explain. Let me explain.
You hold up, hold
Hold up now. I can explain this. Sometimes money is all people do know how to give in a particular time, to where that money is better put towards, than maybe they don't know how to give a gift, or maybe they do, maybe that money is going towards your rent. Maybe sometimes giving money is a act or a form of love, because it is financially taking care of you, which is aiding you on, maybe you needed the money because your kids needed that, and maybe he really cared for the kids, or maybe
Mhm.
he really wants to keep that roof over your head, and this and that. Anything beyond that, that you're not that you're using the money beyond your living abilities, that's tricking.
Yeah, because for me, if I fuck with you, if I rock with you, and I see there's a need, if you allow me, I'll fall in the gap. You
Money for
understand?
any type of beauty item, your nails, hair, makeup, but
That's
whatever,
extra.
that's tricking.
That's
But
extra.
it now Now for your mortgage, that's sponsoring.
Oh.
Because they don't care about your today, they care about your tomorrow.
I'm
But
just
no, in all
saying.
seriousness, yes,
There was a
it
time
is.
where it wasn't frowned upon as much as it is now, doing something, for a woman. And I'm not just saying doing something to get a piece of ass or a piece of tail or something. That's not what I mean. But being a man and showing a woman I can be a man for and to you. You get what I'm saying? It's like now they want men to either be gruff on one end, be so passive and soft on the other end, and then they end up settling for somebody that ain't mature enough, one, and two, responsible enough or caring enough to to want to do the things that can help make a woman, feel protected, provided for, secure in a relationship, not far as in herself, because a woman should come whole. Let's be clear. And if you have your own, cool. I have no problem, with somebody being a boss or having their own. But what I'm saying is, uh, the same way that y'all have expectations, y'all with of yourself, you should have expectations of that man, but you should also be fair in with that man as much as you want that man to be fair with you in your shortcomings or how they pursue you, etc. Now, there's certain things that you shouldn't look. How can I say that you shouldn't, uh, give up. You should know your worth, and you should not allow somebody to bring you here.
You're
If
not
anything,
negotiables.
there you go. You
Yeah.
shouldn't what you call it, settle
Yeah.
that part, but be fair. Be fair. Because the same way you want grace and mercy when it comes to your shortcomings and or your ability to open up when it comes to relationship and all the things there within, you got to be willing to give it out to the man too. Because he might, he could be healed, but he still could be hesitant. Just like you could be healed and be hesitant. You get what I'm saying? And it's a two-way street. It ain't just, oh, have patience with me. I'm not there yet, or I need time. Cool. But if that's the case, you got to be willing to give that man time too. Because sometimes you'll go all in and wonder why he's not all in yet. And vice versa. Sometimes he might want to be all in and you're not there yet. The same grace and mercy you want of and for yourself, give that to your prospective lover, spouse, friend, whatever title you want to give to them. I'm just saying.
But that's what molds your connection into an
Mhm.
actual relationship, though, Phil. You working with the person and getting to know them and getting to see how it is that they even deal with day-to-day things. And
Hmm.
for me it's not even ever been about money. For me it's always been that the way the person's character is, and not even in the beginning, because a person is a representative in the beginning, but then once you're already evolved into the relationship, this person that they either are changing to be, because people do change just by being around you now and your energy. So it's something where you're now seeing who this person is, and at times, and again my perspective, it's that the person changes, but
Mm.
I start to notice that they're disrespectful. I know that that somebody mentioned earlier too, that, and I am the same way. The way you treat people, and I 1000% agree. Whoever is in your circle, especially your partner, is so important because they are a reflection of who you are and what your relationship is.
Hmm.
You're out in
That
these
part,
streets acting
that part.
disrespectful, especially to people that are serving you. That is the biggest red flag for me. But sometimes you don't see that till you're already enveloped in the
Ramon
relationship.
said that earlier.
You
Yeah.
start seeing how this person really is. The treating your family in a particular way. I can't personally see that. And Phil, I lost my parents, so now I'm hyper sensitive now to that. Like
Mm,
I just catch some dude being rude to their family, their kids. I'm super hypersensitive on that, and it's because I don't have kids. So
mm,
all these things I didn't start to realize till our relationships, in my past relationships, till they started to develop. And I think for me the big thing isn't even because looks fade. It's not a lie. Looks fade, especially when I was married for 10 years. He definitely didn't look the same 10 years later after he was a lot younger and a lot fitter. And as years
You
go by,
fed him? No, you gave him that. Hold up, you the one that fed his gut. Look, now you mad he got a gut. What
no, no,
the
and
heck?
that's the
I'm
thing.
playing. I'm playing. I'm playing.
I would actually look at him and I would think, man, you have put on some weight, but it was his love and the way he was treating me that kept me. The
I got
moment he started not being that person and really taking advantage, as I
mm,
mentioned, of the nice things that I would do, and not wanting to continuously make me happy, because if you're in a relationship, you shouldn't want to see your partner not happy. You should want to do your best to
that will
keep them
see
happy,
and keep them happy. That's a fact.
no matter what it is.
Hmm.
So, and it could be, the smallest little gesture. And when all those things started to dissipate, that's when and this is in almost all my relationships, that's when I start to think to myself, well, either I change and accept that I'm not receiving what I am putting out, or it's something where I'm going to have to decide that I'm going to go my separate way.
Do
So
you?
I think I hate having conversations, and I'm not saying hate in this conversation, but in general, even with my friends, where people are under the assumption that what you get in the beginning is what you're going to get or better throughout. And it's like, nah, sometimes
The constant
what
work.
you end up getting is like, nah, yeah, you're a little fatter, but you're a little meaner. And
But
I think that's really the deal. The meaner part, not the fatter.
but
You
let me
can
ask
work
you.
on fatter, but you can't work on meaner.
Let me ask you this though. But are you in those moments where you communicative? Where you did you have those talks to gain understanding to see
Yes.
if y'all can work through things, or did you kind of just
No, no, no,
I'm
no.
good?
I had talks till I was blue, till I was the color of the the background here. And and that's something where I also realized there, Phil, that is where I knew that there was no saving the relationship.
Mm,
Once the person, whether male or female, once they are no longer listening, they are no longer caring, acting, it could matter less to them. And you are sick and tired of voicing how it is, how you feel, your perspective. Let's work it out. What can I do? I did so many things, Phil, to change who I was as a woman, to
hmm.
try and please them, thinking, okay, if I do this, he'll do this in return, which is I'm just acting not to neglect me, and I never asked for money because I was the person that was the breadwinner in the
Oh
relationship.
wow. Okay.
So
Okay.
it wasn't about the money. It was about the way you treat me, the way you act, the loving things you no longer do. And it's something where I got tired of voicing it. But sometimes people don't want to hear it, Phil.
Mm,
Sometimes I think they're just thinking, and what I've always gotten as a response, and I think this is a huge thing, is I've always gotten the responses, you're so loyal, you're so kind, that I just knew I could put my hand in the fire that you would never leave no matter how bad I treated you. And each and every
mm,
time I've been like, well, I guess you were freaking wrong, because
mm,
now that didn't work out, but now you've ruined everything. So now I'm gonna move on. So
mm.
it's not that people don't try or people don't communicate. I think it's
People
it's
don't
when you have
comprehend.
somebody that doesn't want to work it out.
Yeah, because it takes two. Like, and that's the thing. Somebody said it earlier. What it took to get her or him, you got to do more and more of and keep it going to keep them, whatever the case may be. That means your time, your love, your compassion, nurturing, honesty. You go down a plethora of words or whatever. But I feel as though if two people aren't on the same page to at least getting it right, acknowledging what the issues are, whether it's one-sided or both-sided, and working on getting it right. Because even if the issue is one person's fault, it still takes work from the other side to one have grace and mercy and or work with the person or allow them to get it right or whatever the case may be, as opposed to browbeating them down in the midst of them trying to change if they are. And I feel like that. Look, Cassie, you got hot for you, Cassie. I feel as though fi- really picking the right people, and it's hard to do in this day and age. Picking the right people and somebody that's willing to actually work with you in your shortcomings, just as well as, like I said earlier, working with them in their shortcomings.
Well, you'll never see someone fight harder
Mm,
than during the chase. The chase, trying
mm.
to obtain that person, that's when they do all types of gymnastics, verbal, mental, emotional. They do all types of Gabby Douglas on the beam and everything to really hit that landing. And when they do obtain, that their person, I like to say victim, uh, usually that behavior dwindles down and they no longer are trying to add kindle to that fire anymore because getting or the chase, y'all, everyone who's listening right now, think back to the lies or the craziest things or, crazy. Just think about all the things that you saw or even that you did to get someone or to try to be liked by someone or
Mm.
to get there. And then once you got with them, you like, dang. You went in the bathroom and washed your clown makeup off and took a shower and you looked at yourself and you wondered, why did I do that? Because now that you have them, it's not really the same because now, like Betty was saying, those layers do kind of peel off and you really do get to see what that person develops into, and
Yeah,
sometimes they don't develop into what you really thought it was going
they
to
were gonna
be.
be.
You know what I'm saying? And
Mm.
you start saying like, dang, was that gold plated? Was it real gold? It was gold plated. It was
But
gold
do you
plated.
think do
It's
you think
brass.
we're at fault for that, or do you think it's the other person because they're manipulating you,
Both.
or do you
I think
think
I,
or you
I
think
think it's both.
both?
I think
Both.
sometimes we choose to be blind. We choose not to wear that fake jewelry in water until the tears start coming and you say, "Dang, I'm black and green." You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I think a lot of times, and let me say this too, we almost celebrate potential and we never celebrate reality. We
Mm.
celebrate potential so much. Anyone can do anything. And it's just that anyone can do everything. When you give someone the opportunity, always watch what they would rather do because they'll show you in a minute what they would rather do and
Man,
accept that
listen.
and move on. Accept it and move on. When you give someone the option, let me tell you something. I don't raise my voice. I don't repeat myself. I don't because you heard me the first time. I'm allowing you to do whatever you feel like is most important to you. And I'm going to remember that, clicking my save for later. And eventually I'm going to delete the file. You are the file. And you'll be out of here. And I'll put somebody back on my software to get a new hard drive.
I think that's the
Oh.
best advice. I actually started implementing that. And it was after before my dad passed. I would tell him, I would have conversations and let him know what was going on in my ex marriage. And one of the things he told me was just that. He's like, Betty, I know it's the hardest thing for you because you never thought you would get divorced. You never thought it would go this way.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
my dad was like, at the end of the day, it's something where, it's like that saying that if you love something, you gotta have to let it go. And you gotta see that what he wants to do is be next to you. And if he doesn't, then, peace. Like let him be with his own life. But the hardest thing was learning how to do that, especially with men. And now it's something that I put into play. Oh, you want to do your thing? Okay, go do your thing. Because it does really show you where the person's interests lie.
Mm.
And I think a lot of women don't do that because it's hard being alone.
But see, that's the thing. We got to understand that being alone ain't bad. And there's a difference between being alone and being lonely.
No, I 1000% agree with that.
Both men and women wouldn't settle as much or go beneath their worth when it comes to dating, who it is they're dating. If they realize, okay, it's cool, okay, I'm chilling. I'm good right now. The right one to come along, when the right one comes along, you know, that gut feeling, that discernment, them butterflies, them tickles on the back of the neck. I'd be like, okay, he the one, she the one, whatever the case may be. And you
But you
you
know
you,
what gave
you
me
shake
this
the dice up, huh?
what gave me this mentality was being around the negative. So now what I
Mm.
think is, wait a minute, let me not get too crazy because I remember when I picked up that penny that I thought or that quarter that I thought was a shiny quarter, And at the end of the day, it ended up being copper or whatever. It was a fake coin, and it was the hardest thing to get rid of. So now what I think is, well, if you pick up something again, Betty, and it's not worthwhile, are you even going to be able to get out of the situation this time? Because last
Mm,
time my ex-husband did not want to get a divorce at all. We still don't speak. We're not on good terms. It's something where now, 5 years later, it's something where we're now kind of being adults about things. And it's only
yeah.
because I refuse to give access to somebody that's abusive in any way. And he tried them all.
Oh, wow.
So it's something where, for my own safety, I'm like that. But it's a situation where I don't want to have to be put back in that. Now I'm going to be 50. How hard is it going to be to get out of the situation next time if it's something where I pick a bad apple again? And I call it a bad apple.
We
So
don't use the term apples no more on this site.
what do we use?
Apples have been banned. You can use any other fruit
You can
that's
use strawberry.
no apples and no apples and no
Bad lemon.
strawberry. No
Use
apples and
lemon.
no
A bad lemon.
strawberry. BB,
Lemon is a great example.
BB, shut the hell up, BB.
You, you ever saw a nice looking car and the shit ain't work?
Right.
Lemon.
Right. And you think it's nice, but it ain't.
Hmm.
Y'all are bugged out. It's an inside joke, Betty. You wouldn't understand at the moment,
Okay.
but it's all good.
Lemon
Um,
is you could use
let,
lemon.
let's digress just a little bit, right? Because we were talking about fruit roll-ups, pop rocks, and things of that nature. Betty, have you ever implemented any of these such extra things in your bedroom
No.
repertoire? No fruit roller,
Honey.
honey,
Chocolate. I've used chocolate
cotton.
syrup, but
You
never
use
fruit
chocolate
roll up,
syrup
and
on
never
yourself or on the other person?
both. Whipped
Uh,
cream.
With
Uh,
cream, not the with cream. You said, "Oh damn it, he found me out."
Ew, I'm celibate. You're killing me right now.
You wasn't at a time though.
No, obviously, and then it's bringing back the memories. But yes, I've used those things. I think in relationships, as long as it's not in the beginning, it's something where you have to be comfortable with the person, and you have to see what the person's about. But that's the way you
You
keep relationships going, yo.
got
And
to put a little spice in the gumbo. I get it. I get
I'm a
it.
serial monogamist, so I like to be long term with this person because I'm gonna do a lot. Whipped
You,
cream,
you
cherry,
say you would do a lot.
whatever. Now I feel like I need to try a fruit roll of, like, I'm not understanding, but I can kind of put something
And the
together
pop
in
and the
my
pop
mind.
rocks. You ever heard about the pop rocks?
I've heard of it, but I've never wanted to try that.
Hey,
This
Mo,
what you do. You get them to swipe that y'all, don't play with fruit, play with plastic, play with metal. Let me tell you why. Get them to take that American Express and swipe it on your purse.
This nigga move.
I tell you, you'll come every time.
Hey, wait a second.
That's
That's
crazy.
all y'all do. You can call it, and I like it's called going to the bank. It's called bank teller. You know what I'm saying? That's a nice game
Papa
right
True
there.
Gun, no Papa True Gun.
You tell him go put his platinum American Express in the freezer, get it real cold, and swipe it on that damn purse.
I get it real cold.
I'm telling you,
That's
get it real
crazy.
cold. Shit.
That's crazy. It's been a while since you've been up here. You probably never seen Moon, but Moon, this is Betty. Betty, this is Moon. Betty is a part of TKBS Nation, as well as myself, whatever Moon. So she's over there with Kenny Burns, the Kenny Burns Show, et cetera, et cetera. But she's come and graced her presence time of about 5 by now, 5 or 6 times maybe, somewhere
Yeah.
off in there. But yeah.
It's always an interesting conversation, to say the least. But nice to meet you, Moon.
That's what this Feel the Love situation is about.
I always end up blushing, but yes.
Now there's a question. I'm gonna put it up and I'm gonna allow you to answer it if you want to.
Wait, I don't have my glasses on. You're gonna have to read it though. But
Ah,
I
damn. Well, Miss A Block 401 asks, do she swallow or slurp?
do I
That's what she said.
swallow
Yeah,
or slurp? You mean spit or swallow?
I guess.
It depends on the guy. Have I swallowed? Yes, I have.
Have you been
Yes, I
swallowed?
have.
Ah, damn it, Jim. What happened, Moon? What did you get nervous, Moon? What happened? He's like, I got to go. Say no. Y'all are bugged out in the comments. Now, I didn't ask that shit. I didn't want to ask that shit, Miss A Block with your messy ass. You know what I'm talking about? Miss A Block started that. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all like the situation, I ain't gonna look. Make sure them likes add up to the people in the room, if you would. It helps to it helps for us to menage with the algorithm. That's all it is. I know y'all got love for Phil the Love Fridays, GMG, the whole movement, but you cannot be selfish. You got to be willing to share us with the world because conversations like this need to be heard. You hear me?
Oh,
Need to be
no,
talked about.
not the last part.
That part too. That part, because guess what? We grown, right? Some people will openly tell you whether they have or haven't, and some people will be so shy. Some will be shy or in denial or straight up and down lying because they don't want to be perceived or received a certain way,
Yeah.
as opposed to being like, "Fuck it, yeah, I did that. Yeah, that was me." You know, like you was just a man go, "Yeah, that was me."
I
I
mean,
did-
again, it depends on the person, but if you really want to make a relationship work, I think that there's certain things that you should be doing. And if this is like, if you're in the moment and and I'm just going to give an example. You're in the moment and you're on the mic, things get out
Microphone
of
check
hand.
one, two. What is it?
Exactly. Microphone check. 1, 2, what is this? And all of a sudden he's excited. And sometimes if you're in the heat of the moment, you're gonna be like, oh my God, no, no. You're just gonna go with the flow. But it
what
depends.
what
A
Biggie
guy
has
has to make
said?
you feel comfortable and he can't have funky,
That part. What Biggie said though. What did the notorious B.I.G. say, y'all? He said, if the hair's right, Biggie's there and night. Don't let that go over your head.
I
Don't
think.
call it.
Well,
He gonna
I
go,
think. I think men are the biggest liars before the big moment
oh no,
because
what you mean, boo? What you mean?
they are. I'm telling you.
What you mean? How?
And
Bro?
sometimes I am too. You know how many times? Yeah, I love you. I didn't said that and I done said
love
that
you.
plenty of
No,
times. The whole time when it's over,
Nah,
shit.
I
All
ain't
right,
gonna.
my
you didn't
Uber's here. I
finish.
gotta go. Have a good
It's that
day.
it's that you didn't finish. It's I love you right
Nah, 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 nah.
right now.
I ain't gonna tell you I love you unless I love you. If I love you, I love you. But I ain't just gonna say I love you just so you
Oh no, shoot.
you just go
If
right
I'm
away.
Mariah Carey hitting notes like Mariah Carey, you better make this shoot. I love you. Shoot. What you want? What you need?
Look, you gonna look. Pause. No, Diddy. She gonna know I'm into it now because she gonna know the toes gonna look like they throwing up extraterrestrial gang
I'm
signs.
telling you.
All that. She gonna know.
I'll more from Mariah Carey to Carisha real quick and walk the fuck out.
You hear me? Like, listen.
Period.
Listen, but fellas, we can't be selfish. If she going platinum on the mic, then yes, you have to go down and get with that punani twani like you
Oh my
supposed.
God, Phil.
What I had did? She's like, don't talk like that.
I
Don't
know that's
do
right. Yeah.
it. I'm just saying. Look, the fair exchange is not a robbery. You hear me? So if she's beat
Especially
by
when they gave it away. How the hell you gonna rob something that was given to you? A lot of times, now let me tell y'all something. A lot of times people think, oh my God, I can't believe I gave it to him. Baby, that thing was on clearance. It has to go.
Oh my.
Everything must go.
damn it.
Wasn't even on sale, baby. The thing was on everything. You had a blowout sale, honey, and blew out you did.
I would say normally
There you go, young dreads. Huh?
that I would disagree, but I'm going to agree with that because I have seen when I'm out things where I'm like, wow, you just but I think that's the problem, Phil. This is why men are acting the way they are now because it's just being thrown at them. And it's like, wow, you don't even and I know guys are really into the chase and it's about the competition. And if you're somebody that is not that accessible to a lot of guys, and all of a sudden one guy is accessible to you, and and the other one C. It's all about the competition. I get all that, but it's something where if they're just out here throwing it at you, and it's just as simple as picking 1 through 5.
Not 1 through 5 though.
I'm just saying. I've seen some things where I'm like, wow, for that guy, really, because it's not even, I don't even see it, but it's just, I guess they're feeling this need, and I can only see women. I'm only seeing women doing this. Maybe it's because I'm more hypersensitive to that, because I'm a woman and I'm not used to it. And now, and since I was married so long, there was a lot of things I wasn't exposed to that weren't going on before I was married, that once I left the marriage, I was like, wait, hold up, did everything change? And yeah, apparently everything did. And one of those things is a lot more women are just more open at throwing it. And
see, that's the thing, right? Because I can't speak for every man in that department, because I'm picky. I'm picky. If I like you, if I'm into you, I'm into you. But I'm not just sleeping or getting with or dating or being involved with just women just because to say I got this woman or I got these women. I'm not doing that. It has to be something about you, and that gravitates to my that part. Yeah, I'm not just because you got tits and ass don't mean that. Yeah, I'm trying to get that. My younger days, different story. But wisdom comes to those that have lived and experienced some things. And you laughed. Why you laugh?
he maneuvered well
No,
around
like that's some bullshit.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just it's funny to me because in my generation, now don't forget now, my siblings are much older. My parents had me late in life, so I was raised to what y'all are saying resonates so much with me to where I value it, I know it. It's funny to me because it's like I don't hear this all the time. Like I'll be around people my age and they say some dumb shit. They really do. They say some dumb stuff, and I get it. And it's a dance. It's a game. It's a crazy ass game these days. But it's a game that we play, and it's a game that some people know certain levels than others, and certain people don't even want to play the game. But what I'm saying is, it's funny to hear that the most basic, amazing things that you can give someone, we in my generation dangle like it's gold upon someone. Like, oh man, I left him on red, or I didn't even talk to him, or I didn't even this and I didn't that. And I'm like, what? I'm like, you'll never be everybody working on their bodies and not their soul. You looking for these bags, shoes, and cars, and that's nice. Don't get me wrong. But when you wake up in that gorgeous house or whatever he paying for or whatever this and that stuff, are you genuinely happy? Like, how do you feel internally? Because you're around women that don't want to be your friend, or you're around men who only want to get in your body. Do you ever have a real conversation or be with someone who really love you?
a lot of them don't have nothing up here though. I'm not sure how old you are, but I guess you're calling me and Phil old.
Hold up.
No, no,
Speak
no,
for
no, no,
yourself.
no.
Speak
Everything
for
I said
yourself, because
was
I'm not. Yo.
everything I'm saying. I'm in my 20s, but I'm saying
Okay.
everything I'm saying is in
He been here
awe.
before, Betty. He been here before.
No,
I
and I'm
know I've been
joking
here
around.
before, and I'm like, damn, you sent me here again, ghetto.
No, no, I'm joking. I'm joking. No, but what's funny is I get that because I get it since I look younger. I get approached by a lot of younger guys, and when I'm hearing the things that are coming out of their mouth, I'm actually thinking the exact same thing you just said, because I'm like, really, like you think that is gonna get me to come home
And
with
you know
you?
what, Betty? It be working on other
Some people.
people.
This is
Some
what I'm
people.
saying. I see how it works with all these other chicks, and I'm like, nah, like that. I don't even understand how, but it becomes something where I think that's why a lot of women, regardless of the age, are feeling like now, since 5 of them went at them, then you know what? If I want some tonight, well, I'm gonna have to go at them too. and it becomes something where it's a competition where it's like, okay, let's see who does the craziest shit, because that's really what's going to get his attention.
Nah,
Seriously.
not, not,
Moon was
well,
here
not
before
for me.
Christ is crazy.
Yeah, you saw that. Yeah, nah, not me, not me. Just be genuine. Be genuine. Be you. You know, that's why I like to see people without their makeup. I like to, I like for you to just be you. Because
Never.
sometimes women are uncomfortable in those states of them not having their makeup on.
Men don't even know what a real woman look like no
Who
more.
don't?
Oh my God.
Men
Right.
don't. Men are so you. Let me tell you something. When men actually see what a real woman looks like beyond the filler and the Botox and getting the
The bullshit.
BBLs and doing
Yeah.
all this and that and stuff, they be like, "Oh, nah, you're this, you're that, you're da 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 da." That's what a real woman looks like. A real woman does not look like a blow up doll
Fact.
with, you know what I'm saying, with Louboutins on her feet and a bodycon dress and all of that stuff and makeup done and again, not saying there's anything wrong with that, but what I'm saying is true beauty, and this is me just being the gay bestie of real women in my life. The way I see women, I feel like it's even more delicious than how certain men lust after them. Because when I look at them, I look at real love, like, dang, that's my girl, that's my home girl,
Mhm.
and she's gorgeous, and it's just I don't know how to describe it, but and again, I ain't trying to lean too much on the women's side because I am a man at the end of the day.
Mhm.
But I'm just saying the way that a real woman is so crazy that
It's
men
so
are
much
so
more wonderful.
yeah, a man would choose the woman who's full in the booty and empty in the brain
Mm.
than the
Bing, bing,
girl.
bing, bing,
You
bing,
know what
bing.
I'm saying? It's crazy.
But do you
That
think it's because they want to parade that person around like it's a trophy, or
Yeah.
it's yeah? Wow.
But that's why again I want to see a woman in her natural state when she just woke up or the hair's all over her head or whatever the case may be. Why? Because they're more apt to be themselves. Sometimes they're uncomfortable, but you get to see them in a natural element and say, okay, I like this. I like this person. Because sometimes when you got the makeup on, the wig on, or whatever, you got your representative on. And yes, that could be cute and all that in the third, but let me see who you are without all the extras. Let me see who you are stripped down to how
Out the
you feel.
shower.
That yeah, literally and figuratively. Yeah. You feel me? But no, let me see who you are and let me appreciate that beauty in which you were born with. And that's to me, that's more sexy than the extra additive. The extra additives can be cool at times, but let me see the sexiness and the beauty you were born with, and let me admire that. Someone, but I'm not. I'm average, so no. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So
Yeah,
let me behold in the moment, huh?
that's why it's important to go by your attraction with the person's character and the way
That's
they
that's most
go.
important. Yeah, that's most
That's
important.
why that's what's because honestly, you can have on extensions and some shit happens tomorrow. Look at the pandemic. Look at how
Mm.
busted people started looking. It's the pandemic when they couldn't do extensions, their lashes, their eyebrows, go get the makeup they wanted and all that. And now you're having to deal with this chick that you normally see all dolled up, but now she got to be the real her.
Yeah, that's a fact. And listen, you can be a 10 plus. Your body can be pluk, plak, plak, a plak, pow. Your face can just look like everything. But if your heart ain't right, if your mind is lost, if your soul is corrupted or decrepit, you are the worst looking thing to me in the world. And
The
that's
prettiest people do the ugliest things.
man, you hear me.
Yep.
You hear me. Hey, Daz, I'm not bugging. I'm just keeping it real. I mean, it's
But
nice when it's all a package, though, when you get a little bit of everything. But if somebody's external looks good and their internal look like a pile of horse manure, y'all can have at it because I don't want it.
Well,
me
the exterior is why I came, but the interior is why I stay.
Hey, that part right there. That part right there. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, y'all see the time. And somebody said I was gonna stop it at 9:59, but I got to take my son going on a little date. So I'm,
too.
driving him to the movies and all that good stuff. He's been a gentleman like a daddy. You hear me? So I got to go make sure he good. But do y'all have any final words for this edition of Feel the Love Fridays? And I don't care who goes first. BB, are you even still awake? BB.
My bad. I was crocheting. I low-key forgot I was cammed up. I was over here
Like
listening and
this.
crocheting.
Over there crocheting, getting moist, just listening, like, ooh.
Oh,
Well, I
Not
will.
moist.
I will go first.
All right.
Um, Love is giving everything you can to the other person while still existing yourself.
Mm,
Boom. I'm out.
that hormone sniper.
It was nice to meet you, Betty. BB, I love you. Phil, it's always a pleasure.
Yeah, yay.
nice to meet you too.
I'll see y'all on the other side of the moon.
that
Bye, y'all.
hormone. Who wants to go next?
I'll go. Good show. Great
Thank you, B.
topics.
Thank you,
Shout
B.
out to GMG.
All day, every day.
Big Spoon.
I
Out.
am him.
Let's see. And with me, I guess the last thing I'll say is, if you got nothing else out of this conversation, is we all come from different cities.
Mhm.
Yeah, dating sucks right now, but as long as you keep it genuine, eventually you'll end up with the correct person, not somebody you're just settling for. And somebody will see you with your hair in a bun, no makeup, extra 15 pounds, and you will blow their minds. But it has to be you, it can't be a representative.
That part
Just
right
keep it
there.
organic. I think that's it. And I'm out now.
Appreciate you, Betty.
Blush to death up here. Take me down, Phil.
Pop rocks, pop rocks.
Ah.
Hold on. First of all, let me say this, y'all. I am not going to chaperone my son. I'm dropping them at the movie theater. Let's be clear. My son come from good stock, and he just like him, daddy. You feel me? So no, I am not going to sit in the theater like this. Or, he 18. Let him do what he do. You feel me? I'm just making sure he get there and make sure he get back. That part. Anyway, anywho, y'all know what I like to say. Ladies and gentlemen, smile because you never know what it might do for somebody, including yourself. More importantly, love on somebody on purpose, with purpose. Last but not least, I'm not anti you or you or you or you or you. I'm pro me with the emphasis on building we. Let that marinate your melon to the next time we can chop it up and have a tay-to-tay. Until that day, guess what? No, not that. I'll holler. You hear me? Y'all are tripped out in these comments. If Phil is going to be there with binoculars, no, I'm not. Hey, music for God too. No, I'm not going to do that. Because I got a Mac, so the Mac is catching it just like my iPhone. Look, I got, these hands be something different. You feel? It ain't gonna do it. Sometimes it act up, sometimes it don't. But it works sometimes. It works when it wants to. Mo, I got the superpowers. You feel me? Thank you so much, Jeannie Miles. Thank you so much. Next time, y'all bring a friend or two. Bring a friend of 12. You hear me? And I'm going to see y'all on the IG side of these streets. I know somebody live, huh? Even if I'm going to be listening on the low, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. 18 going on 25. Hell no, Mo. You better take your time, young man. That's what I tell him all the time. Hey, boy, don't be in a rush to get old. Listen, better take it in good stride, but live your life. Listen, y'all have a wonderful evening. Listen, it's been a pleasure. Hopefully you gain something out of this situation, a laugh, some information, some knowledge, maybe some extra little toys and trinkets that you can put into your service for the Pop Rocks. Oh, thank you, Music for God, too. I just saw that. When did you send that? Thank you, darling. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Who got Paul Bunyan hands? They big enough to hold what they need to hold and who they supposed to hold on to. That part. Huh? You gain nothing at all? Then take your ass night night, Miss A Block. Take that ass night night. I stayed up all day for that. Well, Miss A Block, so sorry for you. So sorry for Young Dreads. Go handle that. I think Miss A Block needs your attention, your time, and your listen. I don't want no problem. Hey, BK Empress. Phil, you owe me the $5 that big girl sent. Hold up, pause. I don't know what you talk about, and I don't want. You know what? And this hand is darker than this hand now because my driver hand out the window. I'm starting to get tanned out this job. Phil got silhouette hands. Pause. That sound hella crazy. That sound hella crazy, Sam. Unstoppable. What you say? Peep Scheme, thank you for the super chat. Said Phil shaking my head. Cassie done know we unite. We united and it feels so good. Yeah. Peep Scheme. That part. See, that's my listen, BB, you bugged out. Listen, one hand darker than the other. Why? That's a fact. Because your other hand is inside the car. The other one be up on that, you know what I'm saying, while you driving or whatever. Getting crispied by the sun. You feel me? But it's all good. Listen, y'all gonna be two-faced like Batman. I don't know. But listen, love is love. He looked like he over there trying to get glistened up, for his little situation. He's like, but why you gotta say something, Daddy? Daddy, why you had to say something? Phil got the complexion for the what? Pause. That sound hella crazy. No, because that light hand, listen, whatever the case may be, I am that I say I am. Y'all have a wonderful evening. I'm getting up off here. Stay out the way, huh? And I see y'all on these IG streets. Hey, Keenan, I ain't do nothing. I don't want no parts in that. Positive vibes only. You hear me? I'm up out this joint. Peace.